Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire Geek, and I'm back again with another quick news story, a bit of a follow-up to what we did yesterday about Wonder Woman 3. James Gunn has responded to the stories about Wonder Woman 3 axing, so let's have a look, shall we? By the way, I'm a bit fed up because I've just found out my speakers have stopped working on my computer and I don't know why. So I've got the sound coming through my TV monitor, on my thing, I don't know, because it's HDMI. And it sounds rubbish. God, I'm fed up. Anyway, James Gunn responds to Wonder Woman 3 axing possible DC franchise turnover. We are not going to make every single person happy. This is on Deadline, by the way. Links in the description. Don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, social medias, all that stuff. Merry Christmas, by the way. Got the lights on. Reet, as they say. DC Studios co-head James Gunn took to Twitter. There he is, that's James Gunn. Got hair almost as white as mine. I am James Gunn. I wish. DC Studio co-head James Gunn took to Twitter to respond to the chaotic news that broke yesterday about Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 not moving forward and other DC changes. You can see the tweets below. We'll get to that. In regards to the news that came out yesterday, including buzz that the newly announced Henry Cavill may or may not reprise Superman, as well as other possible turnover of DC stars and franchises, Gunn says today, quote, some of it is true, some of it half true, some of it is not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet whether it's true or not. This is the old, I forgot his name now, that politician around 9/11, the defence secretary, what they call him, doing about there are unknowns and known knowns and known unknowns and unknown unknowns. What is his name now? He went to Iraq in the 80s and sold loads of weapons to Saddam Hussein. He did. Granted, the optics of Gunn and Peter Safran's arrival at the studio and the deep sixing of Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 treatment doesn't look good optically in the wake of the diversity-led and behind-the-scenes Batgirl getting killed. Who wrote this? Is this written by a computer or something? That decision made by Warner Discovery CEO David Zaslav. However, we're hearing that Jenkins was given the chance to take another stab at a Wonder Woman 3 treatment after receiving notes from all Warner Brothers motion picture brass. It wasn't just Gunn and Safran's decision. There were concerns about character arcs and payoffs, making sure that she's not like, sexually assaulting innocent men. Which she did, because it looked, to us, it looked like Steve, what's his face, didn't it? I nearly said Steve Rogers, but not the Steve other fella. Chris Pine. To us, it looked like him, but to her, in the story or whatever, it was another fella. It just had Chris Pine's consciousness in, didn't it? But she didn't care. Anyway, there were concerns about character arcs and payoffs and the threequel emulating similar structural problems a la Wonder Woman 1984. She decided to take her toys and go home. The studio would like to do another Wonder Woman. However, the question is, will Gal Gadot do it sans Jenkins? Warner's intent was never to be sexist. Rather, the blowing up of Wonder Woman 3 came down to creative differences. Her tweet, a day before yesterday's chaotic news, makes it sound like she's still game. Gunn continues, and true, when a new studio head or football coach comes in, they want to make it their own thing and not pick up anyone's scraps. Hard steps here for creating synergy. He says, Peter and I chose to helm DC Studios, knowing we were coming into a fractious environment, both in the stories being told and in the audience itself, and there would be an unavoidable transitional period as we moved into telling a cohesive story across film, TV, animation, and gaming. But in the end, the drawbacks of that transitional period were dwarfed by the creative possibilities and the opportunity to build upon what has worked in DC so far and to help rectify what has not. The Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy franchise director goes on. We know we are not going to make every single person happy every step of the way, but we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives, Gunn says. As for what, which is good to hear. As for more answers about the future of the DCU, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer, Gunn concludes. Word is, Gunn and Safran are giving a download to Zaslav and talent reps before the holiday in regards to their grand designs, and then it goes into the tweets. So that's, what we've already read, whether it's true or not. They've got to decide whether it's true or not. Although this first month at DC has been fruitful, building the next 10 years of story takes time, and we're still just beginning. I think it was also did the picture up again of Superman with the table and all the other heroes around him, which apparently is from a storyline called Kingdom Come, but I'm not into DC comics, so I don't know. That's one we've read. Yeah. So it's all the what we've seen. Now the story and the DC characters. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. I think is that from Kingdom Come as well? I don't know. So that's that picture. And that's it. That's the end of the story. So there we go. So basically, he's saying, just wait and see what happens. Everything's up in the air at the moment, but they've got a plan. And they're going to put it to the DC studios, higher ups. I mean, they're high up, but there's people above them. The board, I suppose you'd say. They've got to put it to them and Zaslav and see what they say. And then we'll see what happens. And hopefully they'll have a unified DCU, because it was all a bit all over the place, wasn't it? You had like all these different DC, properties all competing, but in different areas, not like that Marvel tried to bring them all together in a Marvel cinematic universe, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but mostly it worked until Phase 4, which were terrible, but hopefully he's going to do that, and we'll see what happens. So that's it, we'll leave it there. We will leave it there, and I'll try and fix my speakers. I don't know what's happened to them. They just stopped working for no reason. They were fine a couple of hours ago, last time I was on my computer, and now they've just gone. Oh heck. See, it's choking me up. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Right, so thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, and wherever you are in the universe, look after each other, and until next time, I'll say the